Let me just start simply. Is there a role for AI in product management?
This kind of stuff is going to make our jobs so much easier.
There sort of has to be someone standing there and looking at it to make sure everything's okay.
I don't think it'll ever eliminate product jobs. I do think it'll evolve them into something that we don't necessarily know what that's going to look like.
POV edit. Impact of AI on product management. Let me just start simply. Is there a role for AI in product management?
I was just going to say, I think there's definitely a role for AI in product management. I think there's a role for AI in just about everything tech that companies are working on. But I think from a product management perspective, where I currently am, there's a lot of regulatory stuff that we have to deal with, both in my prior life in the healthcare world and now in the fintech world, where there's so much regulatory issues to deal with that who knows exactly what it's going to turn out to be.
I've been working on a course for LinkedIn Learning, and it all started because I started playing around with some of these like UI tools that are coming out for AI. And so it's basically on doing design with AI, and there are some tools that are absolutely amazing where you can draw a sketch of a UI and you can scan it in, take a picture, upload it, and the AI will actually take that sketch that you drew in pencil and it'll fill in like the image area with an image and it'll do all the stuff. And I think that kind of tool, and they have other tools where you can take like a Figma design and you can convert it directly into Swift or React or Flutter. This kind of stuff is going to make our jobs so much easier because it's going to speed the time to getting prototypes out and time to getting from prototype to code. And that speed allows us to test more. It allows us to iterate more. It allows us to be better at what we do. So I'm really excited for these tools.
When you guys are looking at AI, do you see this as a net positive, or are we looking at maybe people need to be more resistant to AI, and maybe playing my little bit of a devil's advocate role right now, being more resistant to AI to protect product manager jobs from being eliminated?
I wouldn't say resistant to AI to protect product management jobs because there are just so many jobs that, if you think about it, it could end up taking. I work a lot with images, and one of the really cool tools I've seen is you can take literally any photo. I can take a photo of my shoes, and it could place this on it could basically make photo shoots for you on the fly, which is a little insane if you think about it, but very, very, very cool. So I won't say I'm resistant to it. I'm just a little careful about using it.
What has you, I guess, what is it correct? Should I say cautiously optimistic?
Cautiously optimistic, actually. That pretty much sums it up.
Well, why?
The thing about AI is you have to keep using it. The more you use it, the better informed it gets. So I'm very excited to use it. But then when you're using it, you sort of realize it feels a little bit like an echo chamber. It picks something that might be wrong and it feeds it to you as the answer. And it's your job to correct it and say, well, no, that's not correct. So you could choose to use it, but there sort of has to be someone standing there and looking at it to make sure everything's okay.
I was going to say, I agree with Mofuluke that there's got to be like a sanity check. When something comes out of AI, there's got to be a way for people to look at it. I mean, there was a lot of this going on with like machine learning when there was a lot of data coming out of machine learning and early AI stuff that was just data, in terms of everybody wanted to know, okay, there's this black box that's producing something, but how do we understand what that black box is and how it's producing it? I think there's a lot that has to come forward about that so that people have a level of being comfortable with what's coming out of the AI.
You're touching on like one of the hot spots there, right? It's the bias. It's bias in AI. I guess. Do you think it's possible to actually ever truly get an unbiased AI? Should we be trying to?
Yeah, I think you have to try to get an unbiased perspective. Now, whether this perspective is truly unbiased, that's a different conversation. But you need to sort of eliminate that bias as much as you possibly can, because there's using AI to answer questions or generate prototypes is that's not life or death, but you could involve AI in these life or death scenarios that you need to eliminate the bias from.
I mean, with all this talk about AI lately, because generative AI is like the new thing, but the reality is like machine learning has been around for a while, and all this stuff, all of AI it's really just as good as the data is, right? So they're warning you like not to do legal contracts and stuff, and I've had ChatGPT write legal contracts and they look good to me. I don't know if I would want to, actually like file a brief that I wrote in ChatGPT or anything. That'll probably get me in a lot of trouble. Um, but when someone takes, that same technology and trains it on a database of actual court cases, actual, documents that have been filed successfully, now you're going to have a tool that's probably going to be really powerful and most likely pretty good. So it's the data that's there, and a lot of this stuff is just training on the internet. um, and the internet, there's maybe not all truth and good things on the internet.
Zane was asking. He's curious to get our opinions. Um, this AI revolution evolution thing? Is it gonna? Do you guys think it's gonna result in fewer product jobs, different product jobs?
I don't know if it'll be fewer. I think product might look a little different. And there have been different things over the years that have happened before now, whether it was machine learning, whether it was different like whiteboarding tools, or the different ways of producing sketches and things like that. All these different tools that have happened over the years, did they make things better, eliminate our jobs, make them worse? Who knows? I think that remains to be seen. I don't think it'll ever eliminate product jobs. I do think it'll evolve them into something that we don't necessarily know what that's going to look like. If these tools, like Drew was talking about before, for making sketches and things like that, get to such a degree that there might be a need for less UX designers in the future, that might be possible, and it could eliminate some of those. But I don't know.
So you're saying it's good we have less UX designers?
No, not at all. Not at all. I think because there's the bias in everything. Who knows what the bias will bring in creating a new design, a new product, and things like that.
Well, I
think things will change. We just don't know what
different
that's going
then?
to look like.
Oh, so what's different? Why would there be less UX designers but not less product managers?
I'm just saying, just for example, this tool that Drew had mentioned that takes your sketch and turns it into a design, or turns it into a something that you can work with, that could lead to the need for fewer UX designers on a team, because you don't need them necessarily from the get-go of what you're working on, and you may only need them when it comes to coming up with really finalized high fidelity designs.
A lot of the stuff that, especially when you start getting down to like the product owner type jobs, this writing of user stories, it can be automated. There are a lot of things that frankly are just busy work, and they don't require a lot. The main job of a product manager, in terms of getting buy-in from different departments and different companies and all that, that's AI is never going to do that. It's going to hurting people and dealing with people there's always going to be someone that needs to facilitate that. But I think some of these sort of entry level task oriented jobs are going to be eliminated or at least shortened. I would challenge anyone to go to ChatGPT, and type in, write a user story and describe a UI or something, or put together a strategy for a product and give it a basic thing, and you'll be surprised what it comes up with. I mean, it's pretty crazy, but it's not always realistic. It doesn't always take into account different things that a human would. So, at this point, there's going to be a lot of intermediating that's going to need to be done.
Your go-to platform for all things product management, connecting you with industry leaders, trendsetters, and a global community of insights and unique perspectives. This is The Product Way. This show is brought to you by The Product Group. The Product Group isn't just another meetup. It's a thriving community that's been the go-to hub for product enthusiasts since 2009. Whether you're a product manager in a startup, a designer in a Fortune 500, a seasoned chief officer, or a student aspiring to break into the industry, the Product Group has a seat for you at the roundtable. It's a diverse community where you'll find a blend of fresh perspectives and seasoned wisdom, covering everything from the latest industry trends to timeless best practices. If you're ready to elevate your game and enrich your network, head over to meetup.com/pro/theproductgroup and join a chapter near you today. Are you looking to elevate your brand in the product management space? Partner with The Product Way, the go-to product management channel featuring a variety of shows. Highlight your brand and be part of the conversations that are shaping the future of product management. Contact us at jhorn, that is JHORN, at theproductguy.com.